Welcome. I'm Anna Perry with Gentle Wellness Strategies, and we're going to do a yoga practice specifically tailored for costochondritis or rib pain. So one of the first things that you notice if you're having rib pain is that it can hurt to breathe, and sometimes we don't breathe as fully as we really would benefit from because of that pain. So to start off our practice, we're going to do a 3-part breath, which is a way of really focusing on diaphragmatic breathing and filling up as fully as we can in our chest before we exhale. So I'll talk you through it, but we'll start with our right hand on the top part of our chest and our left hand on the lower part of our belly. And I want you to sit upright, so not leaning back or laying down, but really sitting upright away from the back of your chair. It's good to have your feet pressing flatly into the ground and your knees at a 90-degree angle. But we don't have to have our shoulders up by our ears, so you can have your shoulders relaxed down and back a little bit, and just a slight tuck to your chin is always good. So let's start, before we try to change anything with our breath, let's just breathe in through our nose and out through our nose or our mouth, and just notice first of all how we're breathing. Noticing if perhaps our right hand is moving first with our inhale, or our left hand. Noticing if perhaps one hand is moving more than the other hand. So without judgment, just noticing how we're breathing. And then on our next inhale, I want you to try to first push out that lower hand, with that lower belly, pushing out that belly. Then I want you to think about really expanding your ribs with your breath, so the middle part of your chest. And I want you to think about filling the top part of your chest, pushing out that right hand. And when you're full of air, I want you to immediately exhale. But try to exhale out of the top part of your chest first, and then try to bring in those ribs, and then try to bring in that lower hand. And then when you're completely out of air, immediately inhale and repeat. So push out that lower belly, push out those ribs, push out the top part of your chest, and when you're full of air, exhale out of the top part of your chest, then bringing in those ribs, and then bringing in that lower belly, and then inhale, lower belly, pushing out the ribs, filling the top part of the chest, and when you're full of air, exhaling out of the top part of your chest, bringing in the ribs, bringing in the low belly. When you're out of air, immediately inhaling, lower belly, ribs, upper chest, exhaling, upper chest, ribs, lower belly, inhaling, lower belly, ribs, upper chest, exhaling, upper chest, ribs, lower belly. And let's do that 3 more times at your own pace. when you're finished with that last breath, you can go ahead and rest your hands on your lap. Hopefully you're feeling more relaxed and present, and maybe we've even started to loosen up some of those ribs with some of that deep breathing. So we're going to start with just a real gentle warm-up that again is going to target those ribs. So let's breathe in. Now as you exhale, I want you to reach that right hand up in the sky here. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, reach that left arm up in the sky. Inhale, bring that down. Exhale, reach that right hand in the sky, really feeling the expansion on the right side. Inhale, bring that arm down. Exhale, reaching with the left arm, again, feeling the expansion on the left side of our body. Inhale, down. Exhale, reach that right arm up. Inhale, down. Exhale, reach the left hand up. Inhale, down. Let's do that 2 more times each side. Exhale, reach. Inhale, down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, down. Okay, so hopefully you're starting to maybe noticing a little bit of loosening up. Let's continue that. Let's have our arms at a T, and I want you to reach over to the right, and then to the center, reach over to the left, to the center. You can even add in some neck movement by looking over at that right hand as we reach to the right, and looking over that left hand as we reach to the left. Really on our exhale is when we want to do the reaching. Inhale is when we return to center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Let's do two more times. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Go ahead and bring your hands down. So as you've noticed, we're also doing a little bit of strengthening for our shoulders and our core with some of these moves. So we're going to do one more kind of warm up here before we begin our first flow. So last warm up move, let's inhale our arms to the T again. And this time as we exhale, we're going to windmill our arms to the left. Again, we can turn and look over that left shoulder as we do so, getting our neck involved. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, turn, windmill over to the right, turning and looking over that right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn, windmilling to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, windmilling to the right. Remember to look over to the right as well. Inhale, center. Exhale, looking to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, looking to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, looking to the left. Inhale, center. Good. So, and if you're having pain with any of these moves, I encourage you to move a little bit smaller, so don't have quite the same range of motion. So for example, with the reaching up, you can always just go halfway, or the side to side. You can keep your arms a little lower, or for the twist, you can just not move as much. So you can just move in whatever range of motion is working for you today. Bigger is not always better. We want to make sure we're not injuring ourselves. Okay, for our first flow here, we're going to do Willows in the Wind flow chair variation. So I'm going to talk you through it first, and then I'll have you join me. So we're going to start with a lateral bend. And I want you to have your right hand on your right knee and your left hand at your side, palm facing up. We'll breathe in and bring that left hand up and over the top of our head, kind of reaching over to the right. So again, we're feeling that nice expansion on our left side. And then as we exhale, I want you to bring that hand down and around and through the space we've created with our right arm and our right thigh. So this is a thread the needle variation. So we're bringing this left arm through the space between our arm and our thigh, just like it's the eye of a needle. And we're gonna do a little bit of a twist. So I want you to turn a little bit into this. So this is our thread the needle variation. And then we're gonna take that left hand out. We're gonna bring it behind us. This is what I call the awkwardly gesturing at somebody behind you pose. Obviously not the official name. But what we're wanting here is an opening up in our chest. So I feel a nice long stretch along my forearm going all the way into my chest. And we want to turn and look at that back palm. So again, we're awkwardly gesturing at something behind us, so we're looking at it too. And we've even got a little bit of a lean. So we're not upright while we're doing this. We're kind of leaning back. Look at this thing behind us. Whatever it is that's behind you. And then from here, we're going to bring that arm around. And this I informally call my Dracula cave move. So we've got this hand behind us. We're going to bring it all the way around. We're going to keep leaning over to the right. We're going to act like we're bringing that Dracula cape up and over our eyes. So it's like, ah, the sun, the sun. And then inhale, straighten. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So we'll go ahead and do that again. And this time I'll have you join me. So right hand on right knee, left hand at your side, palm facing up. Breathe in, bring the hand up over the top of your head, reaching to the right. Again, feeling that nice expansion in those left ribs. Then we exhale, we're gonna bring that hand down and around and through that space between our right arm and our right leg. Remember to get that little bit of a twist. This is our thread the needle variation. Now we're going to do the awkwardly gesturing at something behind us. Again, remembering we're kind of leaning back and to the right, and we're turning and looking at that left palm. And now is our Dracula move. So we're keeping leaning to the right. We're bringing that arm parallel to the ground, over and around, so it covers our eyes. And then inhale, straighten. We'll do that now for the other side. So left hand on left knee, right hand at our side, palm facing up. Breathe in, bring that hand up and over the top of our head, feeling that nice expansion in our right ribs. Exhale, we'll bring that hand down and around and through the space between our left arm and left thigh. Inhale, awkwardly gesturing at something behind us. Again, we're kind of leaning a little bit to our left as we do that. And then we're going to bring that arm parallel to the ground, around and over our eyes. So that, oh, the sun, Dracula move. Inhale, straighten. So we'll go ahead and do that again on the other side. So right hand on right knee, left hand at our side, palm facing up. Breathe in. Bring the hand up and over, reach it to the right. Exhale, bring that hand down and around and through the space between our arm and our thigh, giving a little bit of a twist. Exhale, let's turn and awkwardly look at something behind us. Again, keeping kind of leaning to the right and back. Let's bring the hand over and around, covering our eyes. And then inhale, straighten. Do that same thing. Left hand on left knee, right hand, palm facing up. Breathe in, bring the hand up and over. Exhale, bring the hand down and around and through. Inhale, awkwardly gesturing at something behind us. Exhale, bring the hand down and around and over our eyes. Inhale, straighten. Okay. So hopefully you're feeling pretty warmed up here. Let's see if we can do that one more time each side. Lots of good expansion in our ribs going on with these moves. I think it bears repeating one more time. So right hand on right knee, left hand at our side. Breathe in, reach the hand up and over the top of our head, reaching to the right. Exhale, bring the hand down and around and through the arm and thigh, looking over to the right. Inhale, awkwardly gesture at something behind us as we kind of lean back. Exhale, lean to the right, bring that arm over and around our eyes. Inhale, straighten. We'll have our left hand on our left knee, right hand at our side, palm facing up. Inhale, reach over our head, reaching over to the left. Exhale, bring our hand down and around and through the space between our arm and our thigh. Inhale, awkwardly gesturing at something behind us. Exhale, bring the hand up and around over our eyes. Inhale, straighten. Okay, good job. You did it 3 times. I'm going to switch my chair so that I'm a little bit further back. And you can see my feet a little bit better. And we're going to do sun salutation flow. So we're going to start in our mountain position. So mountain means our feet are flat on the floor, sitting upright away from the back of our chair. And you can rest your hands on your lap, either hands down or hands up, whatever's feeling better for you. Remembering to keep those shoulders down away from your ears, slight tuck to your chin. And let's do 3 breaths. And again, I want you to really focus on pooching out that belly when you breathe in and bringing it in when you exhale. All right, let's breathe in and bring our arms up in the air. And then exhale, we're going to lean forward. We're going to do a forward fold. If you're bendy, you can put your hands on the ground. If you're not, you can rest your forearms on your knees. The main thing we want to do with the forward fold is to relax our lower back. So our arms are doing the propping and our lower back is doing the relaxing. Just enjoy this for a moment. Feeling the relaxation in our back. All right, inhale, let's straighten up. Exhale, I want you to lift your right knee and bring it over to the right, and your left knee and bring it over to the left. So this is our goddess pose. And from here, we're going to actually straighten that left leg. Doesn't have to be completely straight-ish. And if you'd like to, you can have your foot on the ground, and you can even turn your toes so that they're a little more towards the front of the room, which will engage more your inner groin muscles. Let's breathe in. Let's bring our hands in prayer position in the center of our chest. As we exhale, I want you to turn so that your nose is kind of pointed over your right knee. So turning your torso to the right, so you're looking over that right knee. This is our Warrior 1 variation. Should feel good. From here, we're going to do Warrior 2. So we're going to add in our arms. So arms at a T. And really feeling the stretch down our hamstrings. Really engaging those core muscles here. Here we're going to find reverse warrior. So I want you to take that left arm and just rest it lightly on that left leg. We're going to be slowly tilting back, and we're going to slowly slide that hand down that leg. So we're going to take that right palm, face it up. Breathe in, bring that right palm up in the air, and as we kind of lean back, we're going to slide that left hand down so that we end up with a pretty nice curve here in our right side body, and we're looking up at the ceiling. So feeling that nice expansion again in those right ribs. And if at any time you need to come out of it, you can come out of it. If you've got one more breath in you, let's do one more breath. As we exhale, let's put our right forearm on our right thigh, and we'll bring that left arm straight up by our ear. So we can even turn our left toes out so that we've got this nice line of energy from our left toes to our left fingertips, and we feel that nice expansion along our left ribs this time. Extended side angle. All right, breathe in. Let's return to center. We can bring in that left leg so that we're finding our goddess pose again. Before we do the other side, we're going to do a little bit with our arms and goddess. So goddess, we're going to add in some cactus arms. And we're going to get a little bit of movement with our shoulders, arms, and back and neck here. So let's breathe in, and I want you to try to bring those shoulders back. So we're opening up in our chest again, and we'll look up. So inhale, look up, try to bring those hands back towards that wall. Inhale, bring your forearms together in front of you and bring your chin to your chest. Exhale. Inhale, look up, bring those arms back towards that back wall. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest, bring those forearms together. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms back, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, forearms together in front of you. Inhale, arms back towards that back wall. Exhale, chin to chest, forearms together. All right, let's inhale, find our cactus arms, our goalpost arms, and we're gonna add in a little bit of core work, but also some lateral bending. So exhale, we're gonna tilt to the left. Inhale, we'll straighten. Exhale, we'll tilt to the right. Inhale, we'll straighten. Exhale, we'll tilt to the left. Inhale, we'll straighten. Exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale, we'll straighten. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale, straighten. Let's see if we can do that 2 more times. Left. Right. Left. Right. And rest. Okay, so we've been working here in our transition. So we're going to leave our knees kind of out at that 90-degree angle from one another. We're going to straighten the right leg this time. Again, it doesn't have to be completely straight. And if you'd like to, you can have that foot on the ground and you can turn those toes so they're more pointed towards the front of the room. We'll breathe in, bring our hands together at the center of our chest. Exhale, let's turn so that we're looking over that left knee this time. Let's do 3 deep breaths. Really noticing how this pose feels in your body. Noticing what parts are working, inhale, let's bring our hands to a T, and we'll turn and look over those left fingertips for our warrior two. Rest that right hand on that right knee. We'll have that left hand, palm facing up, breathe in. Bring the hand up in the air. Slide that right hand down that right leg. Look up at the ceiling. Feel a nice expansion on the left side of our body this time. And then if you need to come out of it, you can come out of it any time. But if you've got a couple more breaths, then yeah. Try that. Inhale, let's bring our left forearm on our left thigh. Exhale, let's bring that right hand along that right ear. And you can turn so those right toes are pointed more out at an angle, so you've got a nice line from those right toes all the way to those right fingertips. And feeling that nice expansion along those right ribs. Inhale, we're straighten. We'll go ahead and bring in those knees. And we're going to do a pretty intense opener this time. And, oh, actually, I take it back. Let's bring our knees back out. We're gonna have another twist before I want to switch here. So what we're gonna do is have our right arm pressing against that inside of that right knee. And we'll have our left hand, palm facing up. Breathe in, bring it up in the air. We'll kind of slide that right arm down so that we're feeling a nice stretch along that left side again. And you can turn and look up at that left palm. Inhale, we're straighten. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We're going to press that left arm against that left knee. Bring that right hand up in the air. Turning and looking up at that right palm. And again, you can really kind of push against that left knee. Feeling that nice opening in that right side body. Inhale, straighten. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow before we do our final kind of chest opener and forward fold. So I'm going to turn to the side, and cat-cow is pretty well known, but for those of you who don't know it, we're going to do a chair variation again. So we're going to have our legs on a 90-degree angle, feet resting in the ground, flat on the ground, hands resting on our knees. And what we're going to do is start with an inhale, and then as an exhale, we're going to round our back, bring our chin towards our chest, spread those shoulder blades apart. Kind of like an angry cat. Inhale, we're going to look up. We're going to bring our sternum forward. We're going to bring our shoulder blades together. This is our cow position, like cows, sloping bellies. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Spreading those shoulder blades apart like that angry cat. Inhale, shoulder blades together, chin up, sternum forward. Last round here. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the back. spreading the shoulder blades apart. And then inhale, we'll straighten. Okay, and we're going to do a modified cobra pose as our final pose. Well, not quite final pose, but final chest opener. So we're going to extend our legs out, and you can kind of hang on to the chair here so you don't fall out as you do that. And we're going to hang on to the back of our chair, unless you can't do that. If you can't do that, you can hang on to the side back of your chair. And then we're going to scoot so that we're just sitting right on the edge of the chair. And again, we have our legs long, although if you have a little bend in your knees, that's fine. And we're going to breathe in. And then as we exhale, we're going to lean back and kind of bend our elbows so that we're feeling a nice opening in our chest. And you can turn and look up at the ceiling. Again, we want to feel an opening in those ribs in the front of our chest. Really enjoying this one. Breathe in, we'll sit upright. And then as we exhale, we're going to do our forward fold again. So again, you can bring your hands to the ground, or you can rest your forearms on your knees. And we're going to take 5 deep breaths here. This is our final pose. And we want to cool down a bit. We also want to give our back a chance to relax. Okay, we're going to find our Shavasana. So that means it's the only part of class that I think it's fine to just slouch. So if you wanted to slouch, you can. I would suggest still having your body be supported, but as long as you feel supported, you can rest in any position that you so choose. And we'll start with, again, focusing on our breathing. I really want you to notice how the air feels as it enters your nostrils. Perhaps noticing the cool air as it enters our nostrils and it travels down the back of our mouth and into our throat. Noticing how it feels as it expands our lungs, moving our chest and bellies. I want you to notice how it feels as it comes back up out of our lungs, up our throat, through the back of our mouth, and out our nose or our mouth. Noticing the temperature difference as it exits our body. Let's also notice how our feet feel firmly pressing into the ground. How our thighs and buttocks feel against the bottom of the chair. How our back feels against the back of the chair. How our hands feel against our thighs. Noticing how the air feels against our palms, forearms, or face. Lastly, I want you to notice where you can feel your heartbeat, starting with your chest and following it out to see where you can feel it in your arms, hands, perhaps down your legs, feet. Just noticing the pulsing of your own heart. And when you're ready, I invite you to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Keeping your eyes closed if that suits you. You can rub your palms together quickly and build up some friction. And I invite you to place your warm palms over your eyes, just feeling the warmth soak in. And rub your hands together again, using that friction to beat up some more heat. And we'll place our hands over our heart. And let's just take a moment to feel gratitude for our bodies and what we've accomplished in this practice today. And then I invite you to join me in a bow and a namaste. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, or morning or daytime, wherever it is where you are. And please feel free to check out the other videos on the channel.